Stephanie and I would like to welcome you to Morning Refresh. Today we would like to talk about the subject of worry. It's something that we all do. We will start with a few quotes from the sacred writings, followed by a short story, and ending with a brief meditation.
O God, refresh and gladden my spirit. Purify my heart, illumine my powers. I lay all my affairs in thy hand. Thou art my guide and my refuge. I will no longer be sorrowful and grieved. I will be a happy and joyful being. O God, I will no longer be full of anxiety, nor will I let trouble harass me. I will not dwell on the unpleasant things of life. O God, thou art more friend to me than I am to myself. I dedicate myself to thee, O Lord.
Rely upon God, trust in him, praise him, and call him continuously to mind. He verily turneth trouble into ease, and sorrow into solace, and toil into utter peace. He verily hath dominion over all things.
Once upon a time, a psychology professor walked around on a stage while teaching stress management principles to an auditorium filled with students. As she raised a glass of water, everyone expected they'd be asked the typical glass half empty or glass half full question. Instead, with a smile on her face, the professor asked, "How heavy is this glass of water I'm holding?" Students shouted out answers ranging from 8 ounces to a couple of pounds. She replied, "From my perspective, the absolute weight of this glass doesn't matter. It all depends on how long I hold it. If I hold it for a minute or two, it's fairly light. If I hold it for an hour straight, its weight might make my arm ache a little. If I hold it for a day straight, my arm will likely cramp up and feel completely numb and paralyzed, forcing me to drop the glass to the floor. In each case, the weight of the glass doesn't change, but the longer I hold it, the heavier it feels to me." As the class shook their heads in agreement, she continued, "Your stresses and worries in life are very much like this glass of water. Think about them for a while and nothing happens. Think about them a bit longer and you begin to ache a little. Think about them all day long and you will feel completely numb and paralyzed, incapable of doing anything until you drop them." The moral? It's important to remember to let go of your stresses and worries. No matter what happens during the day, as early in the evening as you can, put all your burdens down. Don't carry them through the night and into the next day with you. If you still feel the weight of yesterday's stress, it's a strong sign that it's time to put the glass down.
Stopping and calming is a very important practice. Our mind as well as our body needs to rest. These days we find ourselves worrying and anxious. The problem is that many of us do not know how to allow our body and our mind to rest. We are always struggling. Worrying has become a habit. We cannot resist it and we struggle all the time. This is exactly the time to stop, calm, and breathe. Let's take a moment here to find a comfortable position. Closing your eyes if that feels right for you today. Releasing any worries or tension in your body and mind. Becoming aware now of the sensation of your breath as it enters and leaves your nostrils, or perhaps becoming aware of the rise and the fall of your abdomen. Follow the length of each breath, lightly concentrating on it from the beginning to the end. Whenever a negative or worrying thought occurs in your mind, simply identify it as a thought or feeling, and just gently bring your attention back to your breath. Let's sit and continue this practice for 1 minute of mindful breathing. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. I hope you enjoyed this simple act of stopping, calming, and breathing. This small 1-minute exercise is available to you anytime throughout the day. This can also be a wonderful addition to your daily prayers or spiritual practice. Wishing you a worry-free day, and thank you for joining us. We'll see you again next time.